A monster producer is a legendary creature who combines multiple skill sets to dominate their market. Are you ready to dominate?
Hey, good morning. Good morning, guys. Coach Michael Burt, 8 a.m. Okay, I'm going to share this to a group real quick. Come on, monster producers. Let me get it on over there to the monster page. How we doing this morning, guys? 8 a.m. Coach Burt, headed to Nashville, Tennessee. Ready to manufacture some greatness, folks. Who's ready? Who's in with us today to manufacture some greatness? And I got a great topic for you today. A great topic. Every one of you today at some point, is going to deal with somebody who is not considerate of you. Every one of you. And what I want to talk about today is how do you deal with disappointment, right? How do you deal with disappointment in life? My wife said to me one day after doing some coaching, she said, how do you deal with the disappointment that you face in a day of just people being rude or mean, or more importantly, just downright, shitheads, for lack of a better term. How do you deal with all the shitheads you deal with, Coach? She didn't say Coach. She called me Michael. Good morning, Amanda. And, this is a good topic, Chris Gooden, because if you help a lot of people, there are going to be some shitheads. Okay? It's just all there is to it, folks. I don't care how good of a person you are. I don't care how many people you help. I don't care what your intentions are. There are going to be people that just, right, Daniel Hodges, that man just don't think about anybody but themselves. They don't consider other people's efforts. They don't think about this. So my wife said to me, how do you handle all of the disappointment that you face in a day? And I don't know where this came from, but it just came to me when I said this. I said, man, when you help so many people in the world, when you're helping 10 people, right, and four people disappoint you, man, it really, really bothers you. Because 4 people let you down. When you're helping thousands of people, 4 people disappoint you, don't even faze you. Matter of fact, I'm going to tell you how I use disappointment. When people, good morning, Justin Stark. When people are shitheads to me, and they are, man, I use it as a prey drive activator. Is what it actually does for me is it helps me find another gear. And I'm writing this book on prey drive right now. So when people are, shitheads to me, what I do, man, is it lights a fire in me to go operate at a higher frequency. Right? Good morning, everybody. Good morning. And I think that's a shift in me. When I was a basketball coach, man, people would be so mean to me. The more I won, the meaner people got, right? Because they didn't want to see, what's up, Jefferson? It's like they didn't want to see somebody win, man. That's kind of how our world is that we live in such a world that if my life sucks, my whole goal in life is to make sure your life sucks too. And so what you got to do is, I learned something very, very strong early on from my mentor, Covey, and that was between stimulus and response is a space, and in that space lies your ability to choose your response. We cannot control the stimulus, but we can always control the response. And when you think about this, so I'm writing about this in my book right now, and what I'm saying in the book is that, man, if we could just use every negative emotion, if we could just use every negative emotion that comes our way to convert that to fuel, rocket fuel, for our bigger futures, then, man, what could happen in our lives if we could learn, instead of pouting, whining, feeling sorry for ourselves, if we could use the negative fuel we have in life to rocket fuel. See, I'm studying a lot of big-time people to write this book on prey drive, and man, listen, you should see what people do to some of these people. Bezos, Adam Newman at WeWork, Kalanick at Uber. These people are geniuses, man. Like, here's a good example. They wrote a book about Adam Newman at WeWork called him Billion Dollar Loser. And the guy went out and raised, I don't know, $10 billion. And I'm sitting here thinking, he's not a $1 billion loser, you dumbass that wrote the book. He's a $1 billion winner. They paid him $1.7 billion as an exit strategy. So I'm sitting there thinking, the guy that wrote the book is sitting there calling him a loser. And I'm like, man, check your bank account, brother, versus his. I mean, this is ridiculous. So when you think about it, what I see a lot with people is, man, I just see a lot of jealousy and envy. And more than anything, I see a lot of people that are negative people that, man, try to bring a lot of that negativity to your equation. So I really want to equip you. A good coach, like I remember when I was a coach, when I was not a good coach, was when I got emotional. And when I got emotional, I lost my composure. And when I lost my composure, when I lost my composure, man, I couldn't coach, right? And one of my assistant coaches said to me, like, you got to calm down. You got to get a grip, because the more emotional you become, you're frustrating the players. The players can't focus because you're unfocused. And I think the same thing is true in business. Okay, is that we wake up, man, and we let one thing knock us off our A game, and then we're down, man. We're down all day. We're down. And then that negative, man, then we bring that negative to everybody. And then we do, right? And then we bring that negativity to everybody. So the purpose of this morning's talk, I know I'll bring you a lot of motivation, is really to equip you. The bigger the things you're doing, the more resistance you're going to face, George. If you're doing small things, you're going to meet very little resistance, folks. Very little opposition, very little objection. When you start trying to do big things, that's really when people are going to, push on you. And you got to be tough enough to handle it. Okay? So the way I use negativity when people are negative toward me or inconsiderate or rude or whatever, is, man, I'm like, okay, thank you. You know what? I need a little extra prey drive today. And because of that, it activates something inside of me. Okay, you hear people talking about getting to a position where, man, it just don't bother you. That's really where you got to get to, man. Is you got to say, man, I'm going to get to a level you can't even pretend. You can't even pretend to even understand. Good morning, Carrie Ann. I'm going to get to a level you can't even pretend to understand. So I just want to encourage you this morning. You say, well, Coach, why would you be talking about this morning? Because this morning I had to deal with a shithead, and I was thinking about, man, I'm sure if I have to deal with it, there's a lot of people that gonna have to deal with it. So anything I deal with, I talk about. That's just me being transparent with you. Okay? What's up, David Perez? Criticism always comes before admiration. So see, this is a good topic. This got people talking this morning. One of my goals in 2021 is to be a little bit edgier, and because I'm an edgy guy, man. I temper it a lot because I don't think people can handle some of that edge. And some days I just want to go back to being that basketball coach, man. That was hardcore. That's how you win, man. You don't whine, you don't complain, you don't make excuses. You don't spend all your days worried about other people. You focus on you and your team and getting to the next frequency. That's what you need to focus on. Head down, right? Focused on the dominant aspiration. Use everything else as fuel, baby. So, good talk this morning, guys. I'm Coach Michael Burt. Listen, I'm doing something at noon today, Luke. If you're struggling to find your voice in life, I'm going to do a little Q&A at noon today. Just pop in there and join me, right? I've got David Perez. I got Flip the Switch this Thursday and Friday, man. I'm excited. This is going to be the best one yet, folks. Tim Roller, because I'm on fire writing this book. God, it's going to be good. It is going to be so good, okay? That's right, Jefferson. It's going to be on fire, man. It's going to be on fire because that's what it is, John Bell, right? We activate some prey drive like you can't imagine, folks. So let's have a great week. It's April. We got a new week ahead of us. Hope you had a great Easter. Man, you got talent. Time to use it. It's time to quit talking about using it. Right, Lori Style? And it's time to use it. That's what it is. So have a great week, everybody. Everybody needs a coach in life. Thank you for letting me be yours. God bless you.